We give $50 million a day to NASA to depict the globe model. If he was wrong about this, guys, that would have a serious effect on his income. And I feel bad. I've debated maybe 10,000 people. I've debated NASA employees, PhD astrophysicists, land surveyors, okay? People always mistake me as a flat earth idiot. That's fine.
I agreed to have this debate on the condition that my opponent provide a written explanation of the flat earth model and that he provide a map of his pizza planet. And he gave me the map, which we'll have fun with shortly, but he couldn't provide a model because there isn't one, nor can there be because there is no reality to the position he's espousing. But the burden of proof is on the one making the positive claim. Positive claims require positive evidence, and that what is asserted without evidence may be dismissed without evidence.
It's all right. Aaron, let's move straight to question and answer for me and you back and forth. Do you have
okay, good. What holds the moon up?
Do you have what holds the moon up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the moon has to be held up, Aaron? You're gonna beg the question that something has to hold the moon up? Now on
your model, in your attempt at a model, which doesn't work, so it isn't a model, but yeah, you have a moon and a sun that both stay suspended over the earth somehow.
I know you've got to censor me because that's what YouTube and all your controllers do that push your mainstream rhetoric. You've got to censor me, okay? So please, if you're going to talk to me, Aaron, let me talk. Okay, so you're censoring
what do you mean on
3,
controllers?
You're censoring me, Aaron. You're not letting me talk. Cool story, Aaron. Do you have any evidence?
Let's get specific about that. Let's get specific about that. So let's look at your polar projection map. Look at Australia on your polar projection map.
We're transferring, you're bouncing around topics.
We're going right to a topic, a specific topic you asked for. Let's do it. So let's look at the specific. Look at your polar projection map.
Gentlemen, 1 second. I hate to interrupt.
Look at your map.
I hate to interrupt.
It's your map. You want to propose that there's
I hate doing this.
You have a problem with that? It's the map you gave me. It's not another. It's the same topic. You said I didn't prove that I didn't test the model. I did test the model.
Wait, no. Well, is plasma a thing?
Yeah, it's matter.
Okay. I have claims about what the moon is. You do, Aaron.
I'm asking you. How does asking you a question a claim?
I heard you, Aaron. And I told
then why don't you give me an answer? Because I ask questions and then I listen to you fail to answer them.
Ask me again what the moon is?
Exactly. What is the moon? You said it's not physical. Are you ready to recant that and decide that it is physical?
Aaron, you got to stop talking if you're going to ask me what the moon is. So for the 4th time, Aaron, take a big gulp. I don't know what the moon is. You assert it's a physical object in space vacuum. Now, is it my turn to ask a question?
You didn't answer the first one.
Impressive.
You asked why it doesn't fall to Earth. It's in the firmament.
You said you're challenging me for not testing your model. I did.
Moderator.
And you refused to hear how I did
Moderator
that. But I do hate when people lie to me and tell me that I do. Being against religion is not a religion. Being against faith is not a faith. Yours is a religious belief. Mine is not. I can demonstrate that mine is not using your model. Don't be ridiculous.
James, moderator, please. Hello. Can I ask a question now?
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
I don't have a religion.
All right.
And if you keep lying about me, then I don't have any other reason to be here. If your only way of debating is to lie about your opponent, then there's no point in it. Okay, I don't have that.
Why are you interrupting me, moderator?
I'm sorry, I don't have that either.
Okay,
I don't have that. I don't have a religion.
Why don't we
fix the fault in your perception and accept I don't have a religion?
We do want to
stop lying about me so we can continue. Look at your map. Look at your polar projection map. Look at Australia. Do you see it?
Humiliation. Excellent.
Evidence. You went out, observed a globe.
I'm giving you that evidence, or I'm trying to give you that evidence. I'm having this trouble. I'm trying to get you to look at it, and you're trying not to see it. So,
Aaron, let me be very clear.
Point your head toward the map.
All right, let me be very clear.
Look at your map. Let me be very clear.
I don't have a map. Moderator.
You don't have a map of your own model.
1 second. 1 second.
Denied.
So you're using a polar projection map. You're not. So you gave me neither a model nor a map. Okay, you meet neither of the criteria.
Straw manning a model. Oh, you're going to leave?
James, I set up the criteria that he had to produce both.
You're going to leave?
He had to produce a model and a map. And I said that if he failed to produce either one of them, then he would not meet the criteria.
Why are you
here? So now
here?
He's saying that I was going to allow that I can get him to describe his model using his map. He won't do that. Now he's telling me that he won't even side with the map he sent me. No, he's got nothing. He failed the minimum criteria. I agreed I would not come on this show unless he produced both. He's produced neither.
I'm gone.
Why don't you
I
go
was
ahead
going to
and
defend the
communicate?
Coriolis
Oh, now he's gotta
explanation
interrupt me
because
again.
this guy clearly
Poor guy.
doesn't know what the hell it is.
Poor guy.
After debating some supposedly 10,000 people, citing the Coriolis many, many times, and he doesn't know what the fuck it is?
Impressive.
No, I'm not platforming this asshole anymore. He came with nothing, and you were supposed to guarantee that he would have both, or I'm out. And now he's saying that the thing he sent me, he didn't send me, and he's not going to stand by it. No, fuck him.
I just didn't say it was
He's
an
got nothing
accurate map.
falsifiable. He's got nothing testable. We've literally got nothing to talk about.
I still have to talk about second law of thermodynamics and the Coriolis.
The
which
fuck
didn't
you
finish.
know about
Now
that?
you're interrupting me.
All right.
He doesn't have a
Let's-
model. He doesn't have a map. He doesn't have anything falsifiable. All he can do is the argument from incredulity, where he tries to show how he doesn't understand something so that he thinks he can put me on the defensive. No, if he's going to be arguing a scientific position, and this is not a religious position like he lies to make it out to be, it's a scientific position, which means he has to bring a theory that accounts for all of the data better. And that theory had better been able to make predictions that we can verify. He's got nothing. So he's literally nothing to talk about. We have nothing to debate about.
Listen, I know you're going to interrupt me.
I know, we've
Hey,
already
man.
discussed this. The only
Moderator,
basis you
he's
have
not
is
letting me
the
talk.
argument from
He says
incredulity,
he's
where
going to
you get
leave,
to
and then
where
he
you
just
get to
rambling.
explain how
All right,
you don't
Moderator,
understand how
moderator.
real science works,
Okay,
Moderator.
one
and
second.
you can't
Gentlemen,
participate
I
in real
need to-
science
Let's
either.
trigger this
Forgive
guy.
me.
I'm done.
Just
I'm
one
out.
second.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not playing
done.
this
You were
fucking
done before
game.
the debate.
All right.
I wanted you to,
Fuck off.
since you're a science communicator.
Yeah, I
please,
am.
we are-
And you are not.
Accuracy.
You're a
interrupting me.
religious
You're a terrible
apologist, and
communicator.
that's all
you just
you
keep
are.
interrupting me.
All right. I think
Moderator, he
we're
just keeps interrupting.
drifting off topic.
Okay? He just
into
keeps
the,
interrupting.
basically,
Okay?
We're going to drift
insult.
off
So
more than that.
Please.
let's come back.
Please,
So
I was in the middle of talking, guys.
By his map. Fuck you.
Drink it up.
I'm gone.
So
Drink it up,
one
big guy.
moment.
Yeah.
So
Could the science communicator
Nathan,
define Coriolis?
okay. Well, we will read through the questions we have.
Can we just skip all the insults and go directly to like the content and the questions with substance? So, what? The second law of thermodynamics doesn't exist? Okay, cool story, Glover. That doesn't happen. Snap out of it. Cool story, Glover. Like, if all you got's fallacies, you guys gotta grow up. It's 2020 and we're almost in 2021. Cool. Sorry, yeah. Just here to entertain. Yeah, I'm obviously just juggling, doing tricks for you guys. Just trying to entertain. That's what I'm here doing, bozo. So, sorry, guys. You're misinformed. You're ignorant. I was not required to bring anything to this debate.
James, I set up the criteria that he
R
had to
value.
produce both.
If you're gonna
He had to
leave,
produce a model and a map.
you're the same old song, Glovers. You're all boring, predictable, and
All
redundant.
right. We can insult the audience later. Zero Combs, thanks for your question, said, so Nathan believes what a book, the Bible, is telling him to believe with no proof, but rejects science that gives him tangible evidence. Prove God exists.
I didn't bring up God or the Bible in my opener. Love is patient and kind. It's not jealous, boastful, proud, or rude, does not demand its own way, is not irritated, keeps no record of anything anyone ever does wrong. It does not rejoice in lies, but rejoices in the truth. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures all things. And Aaron, I do love you. You are made in the image of God, buddy. So I don't know. We can just move on from the religious thing. I know you guys hate God, but you also deny the truth. And God says, I am the truth. I'm just here trying to share the truth with you guys. Blessed are you when men curse you, revile you, and speak all kinds of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. Rejoice, for great is your reward in heaven. No, none of my arguments are religious-based, guys.
Mike Billars, who says, Nathan Thompson, the moon is not a physical object. Assertion. Now prove it.
I said, I don't know what it is, guys. It doesn't have to be physical. It could just be a luminary or a light, but we know because it doesn't have a specular highlight, because if the earth was a ball reflecting light, it would have a specular highlight. That's how I know.
Then Jordan Smith, thanks for your question, said, prediction, Nathan will give 3 points full of understandings with no evidence.
Nothing. He failed the minimum criteria. I agreed I would not come on this show.
He'll play with toys.
I don't imitate Ken Hovind. What are you talking about?
He won't answer questions and deflect.
You have what holds the moon up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the moon has to be held up? Not true. I mean, I answered everything he had to say. Yes.
Zero Combs says, why do all flatties answer questions with a question?
I have claims about what the moon is. You do, Aaron.
I'm asking you. How does asking you a
I
question a
heard you.
claim?
Not true. No, not every question. You need to go read your religion book and find out why you think it doesn't rotate under things. That's not a question. Just telling you to go read your own textbooks, your religious scriptures.
Pilgrim, thanks for your question, said, what's holding the firmament up? Please answer with a scientific model and not God.
I just want you to know I didn't create the earth, okay? I've got a 3.5 pound brain. I take up about 6 feet of space on this realm. So I haven't been to the edge. I don't know what's outside of the dome. I don't know how God made the dome and held it up.
Vincent Doan says, Nathan, can you define a scientific model?
Yeah, scientific model is a concept that explains some sort of, it's not, you guys, Globers don't have a model either. With
This one comes in from Mike Billars, says, what do you mean he doesn't have a model? Look at all those words he has written on his notepad papers. Hide behind not needing replacement, but what does small, S-M-O-L-P-P mean? Is this some, like, the slang the young kids are using nowadays?
Humiliation.
Jane Doe, thanks so much, says, moderator. I think
Moderator.
The only basis.
Moderator is.
I think they're impersonating you.
Humiliation.
Cillian Holland says, Natalie, are you still believing that meat rots in moonlight?
Moon has opposite effect than the sun. That's like saying, do you still believe the sun preserves meat with sunlight? You can actually decay things in the moonlight. The moonlight's measurably cold, putrefying. Sunlight's hot, pyrophosphorescent. They are just totally opposite. That's where yin and yang come from. Guys, the yin and the yang is the sun and the moon, light and dark, orbiting around polar center. Don't buy into this duality crap. It's all new age.
Darren Helgamo, let me know if I mispronounced it, friend, says, Nathan, what is an isolated system in reference to thermodynamics?
Yeah, it doesn't lose heat or energy or matter, cannot escape an isolated system. A closed system can lose energy. Actually, I got to brush up on it. I don't know everything, guys. I'll be honest. I don't know everything. Okay? So isolated system can't lose heat or energy. It's contained. So that's what an isolated system is.
Mac HD, who says, Nathan, why did you show the flat Earth map if it's not accurate?
I was just showing him how sunrises, sunsets, the seasons work, what the sun analemma is all about. Basically give him an idea what we think's going on with the Earth. And we didn't get to talk about how space is fake. What a bummer.
Cillian Holland says, Natalie, how can a light make its own shadow?
Well, you're assuming that the dark spots on the moon are shadows. You're begging the question. It's a fallacy. I don't assume that there are shadows on the moon. There are lit and unlit portions. And I didn't make the sky, guys. Sorry, go watch my video on Soros cycle today. I uploaded today if you want to know how lunar eclipses are explained. We broke it all down. We got it all figured out now, so thank you. Well, I do applied neuroscience. I've been studying it for about 10 years, and one of my methodologies for getting taller and increasing brain function, increasing metabolism, is I improve my hand-eye coordination. One of the ways I do that is bouncing balls off hammers thousands of times a day. And they actually add cells
We'll
too.
come back to this later.
Look up galvanic cells and the sun and the moon being like an anode and a cathode, introducing some sort of toroidal field into the Earth, which is where the electromagnetism comes from.
Eric Thompson, thanks for your question, says, Nathan, can you please explain how flat Earth proves God the Creator? Love you, brother.
Yeah, of course. So flat Earth shows that we're not insignificant, that Earth is all there is. Genesis 1 makes way more sense now when you understand the sun and the moon are lights created. The sun's not 400 times bigger than the moon and 400 times farther away, and we're not blasting through space. It says the sky is for signs and seasons. So obviously there is a creator, and he's dynamic and detailed, and he says that he loves you, and he sent his son to die for you on the cross. So research that too. John 3:16.
And a lot of people don't know this, but secretly I like it when people get triggered by us and slam us. I'm going to wrap up. I want to say thanks so much, everybody. We really do appreciate you. We for real, we do like RN, and so we hope things are okay with RN, and so We we hope he had a good rest of his night.
Cool story.
Gotcha.
Cool freaking story, bro.
Gotcha.
That's a cool story if you guys want to believe Earth rotates under a gyroscope.
Gotcha.
And so, cool story. That's a unique religion.
Gotcha.
So, cool story, guys. You guys are funny.
Gotcha.
That is a really cool story.
Gotcha.
That's weird. Do I look like I'm crying? I don't even know what he's talking about. I don't date Glovers.
And depending on if Nathan's up to it, obviously.